Mark! Mark! Mark!
What?
Thank heavens for small miracles, Mark. It's the Archer episode recap. So we actually, for once, are on top of a new television show season coming out. So we're going to do an episode recap of Archer, ideally every week. Their seasons are usually 22 episodes long, so this should keep us going through the summer.
Yeah, season 6 was pretty short. It was like 14.
Was it? Yeah,
Uh,
you're right. Maybe they ordered less. Vice didn't do very well, from what I understand.
oh, they got 13 for season 6.
Uh, hmm.
Had the
That's
DVD
fine. I
right
didn't.
next
The conceit of season 6 bugged me.
to me.
I guess we can talk about that real fast before we get into the episode. Did you like 6?
It was alright, but hearing like people's reviews online, it's like one of the weaker ones with Vice. Yeah.
Yeah. Vice, I liked most of it. I did not care about the cocaine subplot at all.
Mhm.
It's like every so often they're like, oh shit, we gotta deal with the cocaine.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I didn't like, Lana said it best at the end of season 6. The CIA just kept setting them up to fail. Like, they wouldn't tell them what they were actually there to do. In some cases, they got other secret agents killed that were there to do the same job. I don't know. I didn't like Slater at all. Christian Slater, ironically, but
Just Slater.
Mr. Slater.
Just Slater.
Though,
Mr. Slater to see you.
it's stupid. I love that call box joke. I wish it would have stayed the whole season. Um, there's some other weird stuff. Like Woodhouse wasn't in that season at all.
Yeah, I mean they replaced his voice actor
Maybe they,
because like he was ailing at the time and he passed away between
uh,
seasons. So I don't
that
know what they
sucks.
intend to do with Woodhouse though.
Well, he was like 101. So I mean, they could easily say he died off screen.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a matter of if Archer's gonna have to deal with it or he's
It'd
just
be nice. It'd be something for his character. He rarely admits how he actually feels about Woodhouse. It would be cool to see.
they could just they could use the guy that was doing his voice like as the alternate and they could just bring Dickie back. Dickie could just be the new Woodhouse.
Yeah, I would like that. Just replace him with Dickie. That'd be fun. But it doesn't look like we're gonna have to worry about that for a while.
No, because odds are, who knows where the hell Woodhouse's character would be? Because
Well, he was in rehab, and then Archer literally didn't know what happened to him after that.
yeah,
So
he says flyers, answers to Woodhouse.
then he decided he didn't need to know. Hmm.
Yeah.
They don't like to recast voice actors. They did the same thing with Captain Murphy in C-Lab.
Hmm. Well, now they're all off in L.A. instead of New York City.
I can see that being a good change of venue for them. They need like a stable home base. That was the problem with Vice, is the Tunt Manor wasn't very exciting looking. Though now we know there's a little shop of horrors bought in the botanical garden in there. So that would have been fun to see before. But I mean, a detective agency where they have a place to like go back to and just banter makes a lot more sense. And they
Yeah.
need like Pam and Cheryl because they can actually still do their old jobs.
Hmm.
So I like the change of venue so far. We'll see.
Are you married to the name though, the Figgis Agency?
I assume that's going to change about partway through the season. Because I mean, it's Cyril. Something's going to happen, and he's going to sign off. I would like it if it became the Kane Agency and he signed off on Lana first.
Huh.
That'd be funny. They're also close enough Lana's parents could come back, which I think would be fun.
Oh, that's right. They are in California, right?
Yeah, they're in San Francisco, so
Hmm.
about a 6-hour drive.
We know Lana has the sister. We haven't seen her yet, so maybe this is
Yeah.
the season for her.
Younger?
Ah!
Speak on that tangent. They really didn't shy away from brutalizing Archer this episode.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
He got mauled by dogs, and they gave him the Springfield Gorge treatment.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Ray was crippled by that. Exact same thing. To the point where I'm pretty sure they reused the animation and just put Archer's character model over it. But he's fine.
Are you crippled again?
Yes. I love how he's in the wheelchair and then he just stands up. Because
Yeah.
of course he's not crippled. We know that. Poor Ray.
Yeah.
So let's go over the plot of the episode. We started with a flashback to, I assume, the last episode of the season, where a guy with Archer's gun and Archer's waiter jacket is laying in a pool. I say guy because it's not Archer.
It's Randy Randallson.
It might as well be because we know it's not him. Keen, no, not Keen. Key of Key and Peele, and I don't remember the other guy, are playing two detectives, and they're just making jokes about this dead guy.
Yep. And what their porn names were.
Yeah, Rimshot, that would be my porn name. This is ridiculous. It looks like the Vegas agency is in over its head. And we soon find out why, because we flash back to the beginning of, or I guess the end of last season. They've moved to L.A. Cyril's the only one with a law degree.
Which they established.
Yes, I like that. That's from Vice, actually.
Yeah.
Where he was going to be their crooked lawyer. I wish that would have paid out better, but I think it worked really good here. But once again, Cyril has actually saved these people from having to live separate lives.
Yeah.
So he gets to own. He's the only one who can legally own the agency. And he has to employ everyone else, and they need 2,000 hours before they can be independent private investigators.
Archer will never get that.
No. I think they can't even keep a theme going for more than a season, so I don't think that'll be a big deal. I do like that he thought he'd just go to California and be a private eye because that's how every TV show does it.
Yeah.
Amazing. For some reason, Pam and Cheryl are still there. I like Pam. I'm getting really sick of Cheryl.
Pam's her ride home.
I guess. I'm glad Krieger is their gadget guy and he's doing ridiculous James Bond stuff.
Yeah.
That's what he's best. That's what he's best. I mean, I don't know why he's naked. But he invented the gas-powered grappling hook.
Did not.
Oh, that's what the patent office said. Poor Krieger.
This harpoon, it's good for going in through the rear. That was the chance to bring back phrasing.
Yes. No. Which, by the way, they really seem to want to bring back because it was in all the promo trailers.
Yeah.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Seriously? It'll come back, Archer, don't worry. No mention of AJ this episode.
Yeah.
Though they said in interviews they got a nanny. So that's a good way to keep her out of this.
And the wee baby Seamus has to be somewhere too, though.
Wee baby Seamus is never coming back, Mark. They have completely forgotten about that kid.
He's gonna come back and he's gonna be like 5, just like standard sitcoms.
Well, they said that's what I was hoping they'd do with AJ and make her like 5 or 6. But just as smart as Archer and Lana. I think that would be a good night.
Maybe the nanny was really Ra's al Ghul.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the baby would come back for those that wronged it. Isn't that us? Yeah, but it gives us time.
That is an amazing extra for season 6 DVD. Is its continuation comic called Slay J, where she comes back and she kills all of them.
That'd be a good way to end the series.
Well, the only one she doesn't kill are Lana and Archer. They're nowhere to be found in the comic.
Well, I assume if they lost their kid, they would just drink themselves to death.
Mm.
I do like that they've actually grown this past. Last season, the one thing I liked is that Archer and Lana grew as characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be carrying over here. They're still together. It's mentioned a few times. When they get the case, he does hit on the lady a little bit, but he
She's
makes a
like
point to say that he doesn't really.
she's like 100.
Yeah. Um, the actual mission was very typical Archer. They infiltrate a house and they steal a disc, and
It doesn't go right at all.
no, it does not. Archer is mauled by dogs, thanks to Cheryl. Uh,
He forgets
and
that he
then
got dog treats.
he's somehow overdosed on painkillers. So
They got
he's
Patton Oswalt back
yeah.
for the guy who owned the house.
I noticed. I thought that was Will Forte, but you're right. Now that I think about it, it had to have been him.
Yeah, that was kind of odd because he's the voice of Cheryl's brother.
Yeah. No, that's Gene. Gene from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, wow.
Because his girlfriend is Louise, Kristen Shaw.
Ah.
Yeah.
But they actually made use of Ray's robotic legs,
Yeah.
so he could just run real fast the entire time.
Yep.
He probably could have just did the mission himself.
He probably could have. They're paid hourly though, so they all have to go.
Yeah, might as well, now that we're hourly.
Yep. They all won. We found out. Well, they complete the mission. We find out that Ray has a grandfather that is also his uncle. Never mind about that.
Yeah.
Never
mind.
Then we find out that the person they were working for was not the person they thought they were working for, and this is our season-long plot. They did get paid, though, so there's that.
Yeah, and they got paid way more than they were going to ask for.
Yeah. I love that laughing. He's laughing for like 5 minutes, and he's like, 9,000. Neither of them know what to price that stuff at. I love it.
I thought for a second Archer was going to say they were going to take the case for free because, like...
Knowing Archer, he would have said something higher than 9. He probably would have just said 9,000 and figured he was going higher than Cyril would have. Yeah, they won out of this.
Assuming that money's going to be legit.
Well, it's a cashier's check, so that money's already validated.
Ah.
Yeah. You pay, basically when you get a cashier's check, what you're doing is you're paying somebody to hold the money. And that way the transaction will always go through. That's how you buy a house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how much I wonder did they piss away on the mission?
Probably a lot.
In Archer's Italian car.
Yeah. By the way, true to life, those things really do break at any opportunity. They are fragile pieces of glass.
One of the only people that didn't show up in the season premiere, like, having done the move, and she doesn't appear a lot, is Krieger's, like, quote-unquote wife / friend.
Anime wife is what I think her official name is. They use her sparingly. I prefer that, to be honest.
Yeah, she was in season 6, I think, like, just twice. She was part of the bowling league.
Yeah, whenever... I think because she's, like, attached to Krieger's van, she's always there.
Or his lab.
Or maybe he finally killed her. How do you not kill her every day? I do. I love that he's created some sort of sentient light creature.
Society just didn't approve.
Someday, Krieger, don't worry. Also, I'm glad they dodged the Hitler thing, even though he's clearly some sort of cloning experiment, but he's like, if I was a clone of Hitler, wouldn't I look like Hitler? And Valerie's like, oh my god, he's right. There wasn't a lot of Mallory now that I think about it.
Yeah, no. All she was doing was just getting drunk again.
Yeah. Though, she does look a lot like this actress lady. I think that might come up.
Hmm. Do you just like the fact that we moved to LA because you can buy liquor at the grocery store? I don't think Mallory would be doing her own shopping anyway.
No, knowing her, she's She's got money squirreled away.
Plus, we haven't seen him, but oh, he only came up once in season 6. But her husband,
Yeah, Ron.
Ron.
I
Yeah,
don't like him.
he was all right when we first saw him, but then they just kind of cast him away
He
again.
made sense in Vice, where he's this scummy car dealer, and she probably just married him to try to move the coke. But,
And then
eh,
an open marriage.
yeah. I don't like the fact that he took advantage of Mallory of all people. It was not in character for her. He
Well,
has to, she has to have something, for some reason, to be, involved with him, besides just money. I kind of hope he doesn't come back. I don't think the writers like him either. You're right, he's barely in anything the last 2 seasons.
The thing they did for this episode, and I don't know if they'll do it the rest of the season, is they did those Charlie's Angels things for the commercial break.
I kind of hope they do a different detective team every time. There's so many to choose from. Simon and Simon, the Scarecrow and Mrs. Smith.
Wheels on the Leg Man.
Yes.
All you gotta do is paralyze Ray, and
They don't need to. He has the wheelchair. Tex and Max? No, I'm kidding. Fox doesn't own American Dad anymore, so we can't use wheels, unfortunately.
Jake and the Fat Man.
Yeah. Who would be the fat man, though?
Ham.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Unless she gets back into cocaine, because it's L.A.
That would be funny.
It just grows on trees out here.
Oh, Pam is like the most underrated character in the series. She's also apparently the best field agent.
Oh, yeah. She took all the,
She won all the courses naked. She took out Krieger, Cyril, and Ray, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
When in that episode where they had Manny, that was the whole sting operation if a Archer could babysit.
Yeah.
That was great. She's probably off on the roof swatting at biplane. The fact that she was so smart up when she got up there was like, wait, the roof's the first place they're gonna check.
I love that episode. That's probably the one I like most in that season because that's something Lana would do.
Oh yeah.
I kind of almost half expected it to be Mallory's plan, but
And the fact that Archer actually figured it out, but
yeah.
he just didn't keep on the pressure.
Yeah, if he just would have kept going a couple.
He knew it was a setup, but
Yeah.
he didn't push it any further.
I think he gave Lana a little too much credit. She wouldn't go this far. I hope Kumail comes back. That's the voice actor for that episode. He's pretty funny.
Ah, okay. Black Mexican?
That's racist. He just has a great voice because of his accent. He just has a great voice for dry humor.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the best episode of the new X-Files run, too. He was technically the bad guy, but it was pretty funny.
Black Mexican? No, I probably shouldn't. Shouldn't what? That's the beauty of marathoning seasons.
Yeah.
When I picked up the DVD Wednesday, I just found it all in one.
Yeah, that's what I like. Usually I wait for it to come up on Netflix because it's usually the day before the season. So this will be the first time in 2 years that I've watched Archer weekly. So this will be fun.
Behold the power of internet.
So we know there's a double cross going on. That much is obvious.
Well, yeah, he probably got shot by... Well, no, then again, he was found at the house of the real actress.
Yeah. So who do you think that older lady is?
I
Or the one in the mask, or the one who's wearing the hat and glasses?
don't even know. I mean, they kind of did away with a couple of the villains of last season. I mean,
Well, Barry's still alive, but
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a Terminator now.
he probably needs some time to get back on his feet and get skin grafts and shit like that. I don't know.
Kind of wish I'd kill Barry at this point.
Mm.
Like, he's no longer sympathetic.
No, he's just a monster.
Yeah.
Katya is not really a bad guy to them at all.
No. I kind of hope, the one thing I hope, they didn't address it at all in 6, but Archer's dad is still kind of hanging around. And they sort of bring that back up when he mentions the Italian Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That whole episode was about one of his potential fathers, so I'm hoping that they wrap some of that up. Like, maybe Nikolai Jakov actually survived.
I mean, possible, but...
And maybe that's how they get back into spying. They get Jakov to defect.
And, like, Odin just disappeared, too.
Well, they lobotomize the leader of Odin, so...
They could have gotten another one.
Yeah, but it's Jeffrey Tambor. Even Archer felt bad about that.
Yeah. Scary. Scary lady. Scary lady. Scary. We saw Conway Stern last season.
Now he's gonna have
Two
another
robots.
robot hand.
Robots.
I hope he has a white hand. And that's
Oh
why Ray got the black hand.
my god.
That would be amazing.
Charles and Rudy, they were in Vice.
They probably won't come back.
Probably just
I'd love to see the old assassin and his child bride. I forget their names. The one who's always carrying around a doll, pretending it's a baby.
Oh, yeah, them.
I love them. They kind of disappear after season 2, but they're so funny. It's supposed to be the professional.
The woman in the glasses is probably just like an original, like a brand new villain or something.
Yeah, more than likely she's not related to the Archer team, but her role in this story is kind of confusing to me.
It's like she wanted to steal the actress's disc, so maybe she can extort her now?
Whatever's on that disc, I don't think it's a sex tape. This is something else entirely.
I mean, so maybe the actress is more than just an actress?
Probably. It's the weird Archer Cold War 70s modern day hybrid, so she could very well be a double agent. And that's proof of it. That guy had armed guards for a sex tape? No, I don't think so. I'm hoping they go really deep on this storyline. Especially since they're giving us such an obvious fake-out ending.
And they said this started 6 months ago, before the events of, like, finding Archer in that pool.
Yeah.
So, do you think that really is setting up for the season finale already, or like a mid-finale?
They could do a mid. Time passes weird in Archer, though, so...
I mean, 6 months for a whole season.
That's about right.
Mm.
Even 13 episodes, that would be 4, 1, 2, 3. If it's 22 episodes, it'll be about 6 months. But if it's a 13, it'll be about 4.5. If there's a break in between, which they probably will do. And
they clearly don't look like they will jump straight ahead to that second part next week, because the clip we got, that was...
Yeah, I think they're going to build up to that. That could be a good mid-season finale.
Mm.
Though the thing is, Archer's gun is registered. That's why I know it's not him. Like, that's his signature. He wants people to know it's his gun.
As opposed to you guys who get your guns for free. These are expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Archer and the whole agency has made a lot of, like, enemies over the years. Watch it. It could even be the freaking CIA just still being pissed off at them.
No, they blacklisted Mallory. That's all they needed to do.
Mm.
We'll see, though.
It'd be a shame, though. I mean, the one voice of that one agent, I think, is, what, Gary Cole? The guy with Harvey Birdman's voice.
I believe so.
It'd be a shame to lose him. in the
I
show.
thought it was Craig T. Nelson, but
No.
Archer season 6. Because I know they're going to keep Christian Slater on as a regular.
Just Slater.
It never gets old.
All you have to do is look up Birdman voice actor. Be faster.
No, I'm trying to look up the character. Gary Cole, you're right.
Bingo. Nice. I'm coming. Oh my god, am I coming? Oh, seriously?
Kind of hope that creepy doctor comes back. Yes, that he is my lover. If that makes you uncomfortable, so be it. No. No.
TV's
No.
Michael Gray can come back too.
Why was he...
Can you explain that to me later? I was hoping you'd explain it to me. It was a solid first episode. It wasn't like amazing episode, but it's a good. It had to be an establishing episode of like
Definitely.
this is what things are going to be now. And they've given you that whole backdrop mystery of it's like, oh well, how's everything going to lead up to like Arthur quote unquote dead in that pool?
Yeah.
Is it going to really be him?
It's going to be the actor playing playing him in his life story. The
Like
Roger accidentally killed.
Like an American Dad.
Yeah.
Face down a pool of Jello.
It's TV's Michael Gray.
If it weren't for, I guess maybe if Ari wanted to go for realism, maybe when he gets a new skin stuff, maybe he'll want to look like Archer this time, in a psychotic sort of way.
I don't think you could stand acting like Archer long enough for that to work.
Yeah, is that right, Archer? Yep, that's right, other Archer. And we don't. Well, I mean, we could assume all this time that Archer's never had a brother.
He doesn't. Mallory's not the type to have more than one kid. If he had a brother, she'd constantly be lording it over Archer.
It could, for all we know, also just be like some other agents, like another, like an Odin's-esque agency that decided to like pay this guy like, I don't know, face off to look like Archer for real.
Well, we never see his face. We only see the white coat.
We see his face.
Do we?
Yeah, it's Archer's face.
I have to go back and watch. I'm pretty sure they never turn him over.
Unless there's like a scar or something on his, I think, left cheek, we do see about a good, I'd say 60 to 70% of his face. I mean, it could be blood packs. It could be all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, they're no strangers to like showing us stuff that doesn't exactly happen the way it thought it did. Because in that whole promo for Vice, remember when they were driving through, I think, Italy with like the rocket launcher?
Yeah.
That never happened. That never freaking happened, and I was waiting for that to happen.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of an animated show. You can make crazy set pieces just for the trailer.
Or you can have season 1 where Archer's just played by a raptor.
I love that joke.
So, it's either A, it's him, but they're like blood packs, or B, it's not like him, it's just like another agent that looks like him and stuff. So it's like, it's pretty silly that fans can already figure out, oh, well, duh, you can't kill Archer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could. There's 2 Archers that could replace him. They could make the show about Mallory, which I don't think they will. AJ, they could just fast forward. Time is nebulous in Archer anyway.
I mean, the show has not actually killed off any of the major pieces.
No.
And I thought they were kind of...
Well, I mean, they killed Jack off.
Hell.
I think he's a big player. Especially since he was like the contender for Archer's dad.
Since Burt Reynolds can't be a regular.
Yeah.
That was kind of something I thought they were leading up to at season 6, was like maybe somebody will die in this episode, like the final episode. Like, because they have Cheryl running around with those like tungsten needles.
Yeah, they were kept bringing those up.
Like, I thought somebody was going to get, like, impaled with them.
I guarantee, yeah, I'm like, man, Ray's going to lose his eyes. It's going to be super gross, and he's going to get bionic eyes next season.
They're systematically destroying parts.
Yeah. Poor Ray.
He lost his legs as a set. I mean,
Yeah.
so they have to go, like, eyes or something next.
Lost his hand. They could easily do the other hand.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then,
I was thinking of Conway. Conway's got a lead on him.
well, he didn't lose his eye at least. Remember, he had that eye patch for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I just like well, you know what? Now he's come to terms with it. He even says, I think last season, is systematic cyberization. So maybe they won't do it anymore.
The fact that he's grown accustomed to it, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Now it'll all be about magnets and stuff bothering him. So I think that's about it for this episode. A few interesting things were brought up. I'm hoping, because this season-long plot seems like it'll be more interesting than the cocaine. So at least there's that.
Yep. Plus, since they're in a new set place and everything,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of new characters they could run into, and
Burt Reynolds could come back. They're in L.A.
yep,
Maybe they'll meet BoJack Q in person.
It'd be amazing if they can get Burt Reynolds and Sally Fields for a.
Well, she's not doing anything.
Yeah, they could just do a big old like pure 100% Smokey and the Bandit episode.
I think John Benjamin would die of a stroke out of pure happiness.
I mean, we had that one where they had to escort Shirlene to that concert, but that. I mean, come on, if you can get Reynolds and Fields, you gotta go 100%.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was a good sport to do it that one time. I don't know if they'll be able to get him back for another, but we'll see. They would have said something if he was in this season, though. So I think that's it for this week. I hope you guys liked this episode recap. Like I said, our plan is to do one for every episode for the rest of the season. If you like it, please like the video and subscribe. And we will see you later.